Hello gentlemen and ladies, we managed to remove these pins as I described for you. I just heat it up, then I cool it down with the water again, heat it up again, bang it. So this is the top one I could manage to remove. It's quite bad. We are lucky we could remove this one, otherwise we had to get a carrier. I work on the trucks and other vehicles, vans before. If it goes, no way you can get rid of this one. Even if you heat it, you're going to de-shape it, you're going to damage this one. So the pistons, they're not going to travel just square inside. So we are lucky it come out with just a little bit heat. This is a bone one. I remove it. It wasn't that bad. Well, it was difficult, but not as bad as the top one, the top pins, the sliders. As I told you, there are sliders here. And one on the top. Yeah. So I told you I'm going to show you how to do the push the piston back. In this case we were lucky because the piston wasn't seized. It is hard because I work on the other vehicles before. When you got a heavy the caliper, especially it was a Skoda and I think it was Volkswagen. They got that heavy pistons on the top, so no way you can push it back with the screwdrivers like a normal changing pads. So it's easy, you know, when I just turning the clamp, if you see that pistons going back, look, I put little pads, the old pads here to hold it, so you can push the pistons back right way. But remember, when you put the new pads, you must pump the brake. Don't forget, you must pump the brake when everything finished. You must pump the brake so the pistons sit next to the pads, otherwise you're gonna have a gap there, and then if you drive it off you can unfortunately have an accident. So I remove the clamp. These are old pads I put there just to square my clamp. Here we go, the piston is right in, look at that. So now my new pad's gonna sit. We are happy and we are lucky. The piston is not that bad, the O-rings is okay. As I explained before, when the brake fluid come through this pipe, push the piston forward, piston push the pads forward. As soon as the pad stick to the one side of the disc, that's here, one side of the disc on the back, so it doesn't have no space to go. That time we got this pulling motion here on the caliper. It pulled towards the second pads, so they operate together, so they bite this disc together, so they have more pressure, equal pressure on both sides of the disc. So if this slider sees this pulling one, you cannot operate properly. So you just wearing one side, the piston side, that is pushing. So it's pushing forward and pulling same time. I don't know how to explain. Maybe other guys, you know, got a better video clip you can watch, but this is how the caliper works on the cars. And don't forget what I did. You must remove the brake fluid reservoir cap. This one on this car is here, or other cars are different. You remove this one, so when you push the piston back, I always leave it here. I don't forget, because if I want to close the bonnet, it's not going to let me. So something is there. Even if I forget about it, I just always leave it here. If you look at the oil now, the oil is right up because I push the pistons back. So if the oil want to overlap and just overflow, I just, with the syringe, I get some oil out and just throw it away. But that's okay. When we push the piston back again, pump the brakes, the oil is going to drop again. But don't forget, when you put everything back together, new pads, you clean the pins, grease them. You can put a copper grease on them. They call it anti-seize copper grease. when you put everything back together, don't forget, pump the brakes till your brake get hard, and then you can start driving or road test it or bedding the new pads. So when I put everything back, I'm gonna take a little video clip for you guys again. Bye.